Mystic Gypsy and Charlie were ecstatic. They had just moved into their dream home in a peaceful neighborhood. The house, a charming Victorian, was everything they had ever wanted. Big backyard, wraparound porch. It promised a fresh start, a place to build new memories. Little did they know their new home held secrets. Secrets that would soon make themselves known. Secrets that would turn their excitement into sheer terror.
The first few weeks were bliss. We unpacked boxes. We explored the neighborhood. We imagined our future within those walls. But that feeling of peace wouldn't last.
Yeah, something was amiss. Something unseen lurked in the shadows. It made the air thick with anticipation.
Mystic Gypsy and Charlie sat on their porch smiling, unaware of the haunting to come. The blanket incident left Mystic Gypsy and Charlie shaken. It was a terrifying experience, one that defied logical explanation. They tried to dismiss it. They tried to tell themselves it was just the wind. But deep down, they knew better. Something was wrong. Something wasn't right in their new home.
Days turned into weeks. The paranormal activity escalated. Footsteps echoed in the hallway at night. Doors creaked open and slammed shut. Objects moved on their own.
The once welcoming house now felt oppressive, suffocating. Fear became a constant companion.
Mystic Gypsy and Charlie found themselves sleeping with the lights on. They avoided certain rooms. They felt a constant sense of dread, of being watched. They tried to ignore it. They tried to pretend everything was normal. But the paranormal activity persisted, growing bolder, more menacing. The couple tried everything to escape the haunting. They packed their bags in a hurry, leaving their home in the dead of night, hoping to find solace elsewhere. They stayed with friends, hoping the paranormal activity would cease in their absence. Their friends offered comfort, but the couple couldn't shake the feeling of dread that followed them. They even considered moving, abandoning their dream home. The thought of leaving everything behind was heartbreaking, but they felt they had no other choice. But something held them back, a morbid curiosity. They couldn't help but wonder what was causing the disturbances, a desire to understand the unseen force that had invaded their lives. They began to inspect every dark corner, determined to uncover the truth.
One night, the activity reached a fever pitch. The lights flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Heavy footsteps shook the house. The chandelier swayed violently and the floorboards vibrated under the pressure. Bowls flew off the shelves in the kitchen, shattering on the floor. The sound of breaking glass echoed through the house. A butcher knife clattered to the ground, landing at my feet. Terror gripped our hearts. We were paralyzed with fear, unsure of what to do next.
We knew we couldn't ignore this any longer. The situation had become too dangerous to overlook. We had to confront the entity that haunted our home. With newfound determination, we decided to face our fears head-on.
They decided to document the paranormal activity. Setting up cameras throughout the house, they hoped to capture undeniable evidence. They set up cameras, hoping to capture evidence of the unseen force. Every corner of the house was under surveillance. They researched the history of the house, desperate for answers. Old documents and photographs revealed a dark past. They refused to be victims in their own home. Holding hands, they vowed to reclaim their space. They would fight back against the darkness that surrounded them. With clenched fists and unwavering resolve, they prepared for the battle ahead. The cameras captured everything. Every eerie movement, every unexplained phenomenon was recorded in chilling detail. Dark figures darting across the hallways, their forms barely visible but undeniably present. Objects moving on their own, as if guided by an invisible hand, defying the laws of physics. The sound of disembodied voices whispering in the dead of night. The evidence was undeniable, sending chills down the spine of anyone who heard it. Their home was a paranormal hotbed, a place where the veil between worlds seemed thin.
One night, as I slept, I felt a cold presence beside me, a chill that seemed to seep into my very bones. I opened my eyes to see a shadowy figure standing at the foot of the bed, its form menacing and unearthly. It was tall and gaunt, its features obscured by darkness, an embodiment of pure terror. I screamed, my voice raw with terror, echoing through the silent house.
The figure vanished instantly, leaving behind a chill that seemed to pierce her very soul, a lingering sense of dread. Their dogs, usually playful and energetic, became withdrawn and fearful, their behavior changing drastically. They would bark at unseen entities, their fur standing on end, as if they could see what humans could not. They would cower in corners, whimpering as if sensing something sinister, something beyond human comprehension. The animal's behavior was a clear indication that something wasn't right, a testament to the unseen forces at play.
Section 7. Understanding the presence, the spirit of the elderly woman. We learned that Eleanor had cherished her garden. It had been her sanctuary, her connection to the natural world.
They decided to restore the garden to its former glory, hoping it would bring peace to Eleanor's spirit. As they worked in the garden, they felt a shift in the energy of the house. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced by a sense of tranquility. They knew that Eleanor was pleased with their efforts. They were honoring her memory, acknowledging her presence.
The paranormal activity lessened, becoming more subtle. It was as if Eleanor was trying to communicate with us to show her gratitude. We no longer felt afraid. We felt a sense of purpose, a mission to help this lost soul find peace.
Section 8. A shift in perspective, from fear to empathy. The experience had a profound impact on Mystic Gypsy and Charlie. They had faced their fears, confronted the unknown.
We learned that not all spirits are malevolent. Some are simply lost, seeking solace and understanding.
They continued to communicate with Eleanor, speaking to her with kindness and respect.
We shared stories of our lives, hoping to make her feel less alone. We treated her with the same respect we would any other member of our family.
The paranormal activity became less frequent, more peaceful. It was as if Eleanor had found a sense of comfort, knowing that she was no longer forgotten. She was a part of their home, a part of their lives. Section 9. Reaching out, an attempt to communicate. One evening, Mystic Gypsy felt a strong urge to bake.
I decided to make Eleanor's favorite cookies, the ones she used to bake for her students.
As the aroma of freshly baked cookies filled the house, Mystic Gypsy felt a sense of warmth and peace. Later that night, she heard a soft humming coming from the living room.
It was the tune to Eleanor's favorite song. Tears welled up in my eyes. I knew that Eleanor was trying to communicate, to show her appreciation.
They continued to leave small tokens for Eleanor, a way of showing her that they cared. They placed fresh flowers in her favorite vase, played her favorite music. They acknowledged her presence, making her feel welcome in their home. Section 10. Finding peace, coexistence, and respect. As the years passed, Mystic Gypsy and Charlie learned to coexist with Eleanor's spirit. The paranormal activity became a part of their lives, something they accepted and even embraced.
We no longer feared the unknown. We had found a way to live in harmony with the spirit world.
Their story is a testament to the power of empathy and understanding. It shows that even in the face of fear, compassion can prevail.
We had turned our haunted house into a home, a place where both the living and the dead could find peace.
Their journey taught them that some spirits just need to be heard, to be acknowledged. By offering kindness and understanding, they had helped Eleanor find peace, and in turn found peace themselves. Section 11. Our haunted home, a place of shared existence. Living in a haunted house is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, compassion, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Every creak, every whisper, every shadow becomes a part of your daily life.
But for us, it was a transformative experience. It changed the way we perceive the world around us. It opened our eyes to a world beyond the veil, a world filled with mysteries and unseen forces, a world where the living and the dead can coexist in harmony, sharing the same space without fear.
They learned that fear is often rooted in misunderstanding. By facing their fears head-on and seeking to understand the spirit world, they discovered a new perspective on life and death. They had overcome their fears and found a profound sense of peace, a peace that transcended the physical world.
Our story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, when everything seems lost, hope and compassion can prevail. It shows that love and understanding can bridge the gap between worlds.
Their haunted house was no longer a place of terror. It had transformed into something beautiful. It was a home, a sanctuary, a place of warmth and acceptance, a place where the spirit of Eleanor was welcomed and cherished, becoming part of the family. It was a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a symbol of resilience and love, a beacon of hope in the face of the unknown, shining brightly for all to see.